Hey guys, uh, been juggling my second tour, so I really haven't had any time to get on camera. So there's going to be a few announcements and a few things to talk about. Also, if you can see it, my weird ass just carved nuke it into the side of my head. So if it looks like I'm pulling my hair out, that's why. All right, so we are 2 shows deep within the tour, and it went great. The first show was it was sorry, I just woke up. Okay, all right, yeah, all right. The first show was at the Deep End, and we were the openers, and it was a pretty good time. We meant to have footage for the show, but the card got corrupted. I had the whole show filmed. I was going to put it into a documentary for Scratch Mouth. We're actually doing a documentary about our tour and the Maryland punk scene as well. Kind of something like the decline of Western civilization, but instead of that, we're on the East Coast, and it's about a bunch of different punk aspects that we got around here. And we opened up for Tone Death, Brickyard, Folly, Mount Palm, and Big Ray B. And the first show was a success. We got a lot of applause, and we didn't really know what we were going to expect at first, because the first song that we played flew over everyone's heads. Not much people around here are probably used to bands wanting to be like a sound wall, you know what I mean? And to be one of the very few noise projects in a punk scene that's already small enough, it's an interesting time when you see everyone's reaction for the first time. But that show was a successor, and we were talked well by all the other bands that night. Nothing really big happened. We all got high, got on stage, and fucked shit up, usual shit. The second show was taking place right behind the Deep End at the City Place. Now, this time we were opening up for Defiant Brood, Ghost Road, Royal Honey, and Decontrol, which I only knew like 2 of those bands. Weird way. We had a whole spiel. The setup was a disaster. The show was great. So let me explain. I thought I had a ride situation, and that ride situation got busy, so I had to figure out a way to get there. Now, when we got up there, we were up there, but I didn't have a way back, and I was trying to find a way back, and I didn't know if my ride on the way back was going to be able to make it, and I got frustrated and started to stress. But one of my family members, my dad, caved in to giving us a ride up there. So we got up there, and we're setting up and shit. And my intention for the full set was to be on bass until the very end. I only did one song on drums. We had our whole set list out. We were the first on stage, and we had to be on there by 4:30. So we had everything set up. So when we first started, everything was going fine. We were about 3 songs in, and if you can see it right here, I tore my thumb open strumming my bass. Because when I strum it, I don't strum a single chord. I only do that a few times. I strum my bass like a guitar. So one of my fingers slammed down on one of the strings at full force while I was playing, and I just kept going back and forth, and it kept messing up the skin on my thumb. It was a lot worse at the time than what it is now, obviously. I tore a whole chunk of skin off, and there was a lot of blood, and I didn't notice it until after the song. And I think the song we were on while it was happening was Roll. I think it was right after we did We Don't Have Time. No, We Don't Have Time came after Roll. So I think it was right after we did Ham Fuckwitch. So my thumb got cut open, and then I start to realize that my whole thumb's covered in blood, and my whole, well, not the whole bass, but there's the pick guard and the strings. A good portion of that was getting drops of blood all over it, and the strings were starting to feel wet while I was playing, because I only looked down at it as a glance, and I was like, small cut, whatever. And then by the end of the song, I saw 2 chunks of skin and a lot of blood. So I pulled a noise break. I told my band to just start playing weird as I walked off stage and washed off my cut after continuing 4 songs with my thumb bleeding. and I did a frontman position by the end of the night. I was a frontman for almost the whole set, which wasn't bad. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but it wasn't bad. It actually was pretty explosive from what everyone's reactions were. I never actually did a frontman job before. I'm mostly on instruments and vocals at the same time. I don't like to frontman much, but it was an interesting experience. I slammed around and had fun. So, after all this happens, we get the set done, and the set was a success. It was a little rocky because we forgot our drum pedal. I had a coat and thumb, and a few other minor effects just happening over the night. But other than that, our set was successful. So then we get into talking with the guitarist for Defiant Brood. Big shout outs to him for coming up to talk to us, by the way, because apparently he was also the guitarist for Combustion. And I didn't know that at the time. But he came up to me and talked to us, and he said he likes what we're doing, and he knew what we were doing as soon as we started. And he thought it was creative. He offered us professional recording for a reasonable price. So we should have actual studio time being recorded soon for our second album. We're almost done our first EP. That's being done with our home equipment, and then we're taking it semi-professional recording. And he said he would still keep it raw so it doesn't sound like it's being polished. So that's how that show went. And luckily everyone made it home safely, and it was a fun night. But I also want to fill in everyone on the second announcement that I left you all hanging on my surgery status, and the final concluded answer is that there's no cure for MSUD, and I'm stuck with this. And even if I wanted the surgery, it wouldn't change anything. It would just have minor effects. I would still have MSUD, and then I would probably have a liver for only 10 years. So I decided to keep the disorder and fight it. Just fight it. And, I came to accept that I am who I am, and that I can't just sit here and dwell and hate on what I am forced to deal with. I gotta learn how to live with it and love it and cherish every moment that I am at least willing to have. So that's the second announcement. I'm more of a calm state today. I'm usually all energetic and trying to sound cool, but I'm really tired. I'm just tired. Third announcement is, I think it's either later this week or sometime next week, is a very special collaboration. I'll be dropping a song with Birdmouse. He is a folk punk artist from Germany, I believe. I can't remember exactly where, but me and him been talking, and we created a song, and I hope to do more work with him in the future. He's a really nice artist. I'll put the link down in the description. Go check him, because he deserves a lot of attention. His music is super good, and he makes a lot of it. He's kind of like, he's frequent with it. He's always uploading, and I love it. And I love the fact that it's not just like one or two songs good. It's like his whole thing is like versatile and amazing, in my opinion. And I want to give the dude a big shout out, because I don't see much underground folk punk artists on YouTube. And I do. I see a good amount, but they're usually going for the same shit. I mean, this guy has like his own thing, and I really appreciate his music. And he has subscribed to my channel, and he commented on one of my videos, and we've been talking ever since. So go give the guy some love. He deserves it. And I can't wait for me and his song to drop. I would drop the name, but I want to keep it a complete surprise. It is on a serious subject. So that is another announcement, and I will be also putting up some tour footage. A few more new songs are coming out on my Midwest Acoustic album, and me and Connor are making a folk punk album for the winter. And of course, you got the Scratchmouth project coming. So tons of content as always. I just thought I would give you all a check-in to let you know that I'm doing fine. I just kind of took a break from talking for a while. It's been a stressful month, so thank you all for hanging on in there, and thanks all new subscribers for coming on this channel and supporting this music. I wouldn't have the motivation to do it if I didn't have the people putting in the effort to look at it, and I would like to thank all 65 of you. You are all amazing. And if you want to keep the community alive, you got any questions to ask, and I do Q&As if you all want to want me to do like an answer thing, I can do that. Or if you want the band to do a Q&A, I can get them on a video or anything like that. Leave a comment down in there of what you think you would want me to talk about next time. I feel like I'm going to do more of these talking videos. I keep getting in and out of my social spouts, so pardon the mania. But I would love to answer questions or suggestions or even constructive criticisms. I don't care what it is. Just love to see the community alive, because good things are happening with this channel, and I didn't expect it to get as much attention as it's getting right now, even though it's not thousands of views or hundreds of views or oh my god, I'm gonna be big and famous. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm just glad that people are actually interested in our music, and I would like to thank every single one of you for supporting local underground raw artists. You all are fucking awesome. Have a great night. Drink plenty of water. Fuck shit up every show you go to. Peace.